Is Glastonbury town the heart chakra of the earth? I'm Amanda Ambles. I live in Glastonbury. Today's video is set in Wells Cemetery, and I will be channeling some questions. The question is Glastonbury still the heart chakra of the world? That's the question today. I do find this cemetery, I have been here before on several vlogs before, videos, but I just find it incredibly peaceful coming here. It's one of my favourite go-to places to visit. So it's a nice sunny day, but there's lots of lovely mottled shade as well here in the cemetery. And as you know, some of you may have seen one of my videos before, I come here a lot for peace and solitude, to get away from the madding crowd, but also to receive messages from Dion Fortune's grave. And I discovered that I could receive them around 15, even 20 years ago, I think it was, when I first came here. And I discovered that she would give me messages if I asked her questions. So today I'm going to be asking all about whether Glastonbury is the heart chakra of the earth or not. This is something that's been talked about a lot in earth energies, and various places represent different chakras. So I'm going to be asking her that question because there's been some talk in New Age circles about it shifting from this place, and I know she wrote an amazing book called Avalon of the Heart, and what it talks about is if you really do want to see Avalon, then go see it through your heart, okay? And I would probably say that that's a good piece of advice for everything, really, isn't it? Noticed I was feeling a bit frumpy with my grey streaks in my hair, so I've gone a little bit, I tried to do it green, but it's turned out turquoise. Can you see? Anyway, I know it's something that a lot of people do when they start going grey, but I do feel younger whenever I do it. I either do pink or turquoise usually. Do you like colour in your hair? What do you think about that? I did a previous video on colour, and I'm wearing quite bright colours today. I also quite like clashing colours as well. I like pinks with greens, or I like sort of blues with purple, or chilling in the shade. Bless him, he's panting a lot, because I mentioned about these corns that he's got, so he needs an operation. So he's not going too fast, and greyhounds are very susceptible to the heat, so bless him. Look at him panting away. I've got some water in my bag, so I'll get some out. We're just going to take it really, really steady today. It's a proper blue sky today. I can't see any geoengineering or anything nasty going on, which is very uplifting. Look at that. Gorgeous sky today. Really lovely. And then there's these sort of ancient beech trees here as well. Absolutely glorious as well. Look at the way the trees are moving today. There's quite a wind. Even though it's very sunny and beautiful, look at the way the trees are moving around. Once I slept underneath a tree in a tent, and it really did sound like the sea. A lovely sea sound, hasn't it? Excuse the panting of the dogs in the background. We're just going to have to go very steady. It's a very hot day for greyhounds today. Yeah, so on the theme of fashion, I touched on colours and how it's nice to wear colour. You even feel a bit different, don't you, when you put a bit of lippy on or a bit of eyeshadow. or sometimes I do my eyebrows blue. Today I've done them sort of greeny blue. But when I was younger, I was quite into fashion when I lived in London, and we were quite the fashion set, and you know, I had friends who worked in fashion. I myself was a photographer's assistant. So it's quite a sort of glamorous life, and in my early 30s I went to go and live in Botswana for a few years, and that just completely changed my viewpoint. And then from then on I didn't seem too bothered about clothes. I used to get designer dresses like Rifat Ozbek and stuff like that, and now, you know, most of my clothes are from charity shops or hand-me-downs. Get your pen and paper out, my child, for we have much work to do together. And this is just the beginning. So it's a windy Wednesday in Avalon. I've been sitting at Dion's grave for about 20 minutes, and I've been writing all of these messages down, and I will read excerpts from this, but basically there's an awful lot to take in here, but it's been a very productive day. Basically Dion is saying that we have a lot of work to do together, and that this is only the beginning. So watch this space. Hi there, I'm just sat in my garden, and I'm going to read you some of the scribblings that I made today at Dion Fortune's grave on the Wells Road. And this is what she said, or what I scribbled down. You ask whether Glastonbury itself is the heart chakra of the earth. That depends on how you approach the multi-dimensions of Avalon and what conversations you have with it. Smell the sweetness of the flowers carried through the breeze today. That can open the heart. In Avalon, light and dark exist in equal measures. Where do you yourself choose to reside? In the whirlwind of polarity and arguments, or in the peace and sanctuary you are creating in your own heart chakra? We can co-create this. However, the blocks are the overinflated egos and greed, seeking to be the most spiritual or the most magical. The addict and the suited are equal, yet their life paths unfold according to their fated circumstances and karma, which is interwoven with their choices and decisions. From a higher perspective, a heart chakra or vortex can be created by the assembling of prayers, intentions, and peace. There coexist the darkest aspects of human nature here, as well as the brightest. Integration and acceptance is the key, even to those who cannot see the truth or justice. Thanks for listening.